removing elements from the list. Now that we know how to add data to a list, let's learn how to remove elements from it using a few built-in methods. A straightforward way to delete an element by value is using the remove method. Now let's say we have a list hobbies. First we will pass reading as a hobby, or jogging as a hobby, dancing, comma, again jogging, and painting. Okay, so we have hobbies list. Imagine now we have a list of activities someone enjoys during the weekend. So first, let's just print hobbies, list hobby. Now let's create another list of the activities someone enjoys during the weekend. So let's say we name that weekend underscore fun. So in weekend fun list, let's say let's add reading. Let's say weekend may we want to do jogging. Then let's again give dancing, jogging, and painting. So this is specifically weekend fun list. So let's print the weekend fun list. Okay. Now we'll use the list weekend fun with some repeating activities to demonstrate. Suppose we want to remove the first instance of reading from weekend underscore fun. So what we'll do? We'll give weekend underscore fun dot remove, and in brackets, let's say we want to remove reading. Now let's print weekend underscore fun. So see, reading has been removed from the list. Now we have jogging, dancing, jogging, and painting. As with any method, a method call in Python, we use the dot notation to access remove method from the list. So you remember, right? We can give the list name dot, and then when we press tab, it gives us the name of the method. So first reference the list weekend underscore fun followed by dot remove method, and the item you want to delete can be given in the parenthesis, like here we have given reading. This method only removes the first match of the specified item from the list, even if it appears multiple times. So if we call weekend underscore fun dot remove jogging, for example, now let's see this example. Weekend underscore fun dot remove. Let's say we give jogging. All right, friends. Now let's run it. And now let's print our weekend underscore fun list. So when you print, see, when we print the list again, it will only remove the first jogging instance. The second jogging instance is still present. So we use the remove method when you know the exact value you want to delete from the list. Keep in mind, it only removes the first matching item and it leaves any duplicates intact. So here jogging was duplicated, but it only removed one instance. Another method to remove elements is now let's learn about the pop method, which deletes an item based on its index. With pop method, you can remove an item at a specific position in the list. And you know what is the cool part? Pop method doesn't just delete, it returns the value too, so you can store it in a variable. If you leave pop blank, it removes and returns the last item in the list. So now let's look at an example. Now let's say we have a list with all the tech brands. So for example, let's say we have Apple, we have Dell, we have Asus, we have Samsung, and we have Sony. Okay, now let's print our tech brands list. Okay, so let's say we have a list of brands, as you can see here, and accidentally added some non-tech items to this tech brands list. So again, now what if our tech brands list, in this tech brands, let's say we add some non-tech brands. So for example, if we have Apple, now let's take this list here, and in this list, let's say we have Apple, Dell, and here let's say we add Nike, Asus, Nike, Samsung, then you have Samsung, then let's say we have Sony. Let's remove this brand, Samsung. Then we have, let's say we have Samsung, Sony, and in the end, let's add Adidas. So these are non-tech brands, right? So this is a list of including tech and non-tech brands as well. Let's make Sony tabs. Now let's print our updated tech brands list with tech and non-tech brand. Now first let's remove Adidas, which is the last item. So if we give removed underscore item is equal to removed brand, let's name it brand because it is a brand, is equal to from the list tech brands dot, let's give pop method. Now let's print what is there in our removed brand, and also let's again print our tech brands list and run it. So as you can see here, Editas has been removed from the tech underscore brands list. It has popped the last item, and now the updated list does not have Adidas anymore. So we store the removed value in a variable, that is the removed underscore brand variable, so we can use it later if needed. So removed underscore brand variable has Adidas. Now note, pop works without an index. It always defaults to the last item and it returns what it removes. Now let's remove Nike, which is located at index 2. So we can also give tech underscore brands, and let's give dot tech brands dot pop, and let's give the index 2. Now when we print tech underscore brand, let's see what it returns. So it has popped the element at the second index position, that is Nike. This time we just deleted the value without saving it, which is fine when we don't need this value Nike again. Now think of pop as the opposite of insert because it removes from a position while insert adds to one position. Now the bonus with the pop method is that you get the deleted item as output, which can be saved or it can be reused. Another important point is if the index is out of range or the list is empty, pop method will throw an index error. So let's see an example of both these scenarios. First, let's give an empty list. All right. Now if we do empty, now first let's run the empty list. Okay. Now if we give empty underscore list and if we give dot pop method, so see what it will give. It will say pop is from an empty list. It is giving an index error. Next, let's suppose we give names is equal to a list with we give Tom, comma, Jerry. Okay. Now if we give names dot pop method, and in that let's suppose we give the index 5. Now what will happen? See, again, it is giving us pop index out of range. It is saying that this index 5 is out of range. So it is giving us an index error. So always remember, if the index is out of range or the list is empty, pop method will throw an index error. Okay, now let's see, friends. You can make your own list and try removing values using the remove method and the pop method to understand how each one behaves at your end. Try popping an item from the middle and then use a pen to place it at the end. So this is useful in many real world scenarios. Now let's look at one example. That is, let's say we have movies, and if we have a list, now let's give Inception movie, or let's give Avatar. Next, let's give Titanic. These are all famous movies. Titanic. Next, let's give Jaws. I hope you have seen these movies. Okay. Now, in moved movie is equal to, let's give movies dot pop. And in that, let's give the index 1. So we want to remove the movie at index 1, which is Avatar. Okay. Now let's give movies dot append moved movie because it popped that movie and stored in moved movie variable, right? So movies dot append moved movie, this adds this movie to the end. Now ultimately let's print the movies list to see what happened. I hope you're excited as I am. Let's print it. So see what happened. Inception, Avatar, Titanic and Jaws was our original movies list. Now we popped the movie at the index 1, Avatar, and then we appended it at the end. So here now Avatar is at the end. So always try popping an item from the middle. So we popped the avatar from the middle and then use the append method to place it at the end. This scenario is very useful in many real world scenarios. So I hope this was very clear to you. Thank you.